Shalom, shalom. First off, I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Akakadash. Yahweh being a true name, Heavenly Father. Yahushai being named His only begotten Son, who wrote ignorantly calls God, and Jesus Christ. I give double honors to our apostles, double honors to our elders, a great millstone, the touch of truth and will well. Salutations to you, hopefully pushing this truth and honesty and sincerity. This is Brother Yawasat. Come to now listen to the spirit power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Hey, it's June. It's June. I'm going to read this article here. China beats Elon Musk to launch world's first commercial brain chip. Chinese authorities have greenlit the world's first commercially viable brain-computer interface implant, marking significant milestone in neurotechnology, which this is marking the mark of the beast. Alright, this is the one that goes into the head. Alright, hey, this is big news. And I remember this article came out that morning. Before I seen this article, I did a lesson, and I spoke in that lesson that China was going to push that chip and be one of the first countries to do it. And the reason why I said that is because paying attention to news and what's been going on in that nation, they already had the foundation to really get that thing rolling now, and really they could pass laws to make it mandatory to get in China now, because they already have the technology framework for it. America's got it too, as far as the framework goes, but it's more so in China, like ready to go immediately, because they already have a social credit score system. All right, they already have so many cameras installed everywhere to pick up on your actions to affect your social credit score. Okay, and China has always been the testing ground for a lot of stuff when it comes to technology, or things that they want to put on people or do to people, or when it comes to medical stuff. You know, the elites use China as a testing ground for a lot of that. Between China and Africa too, you know, they also test a lot of stuff in a lot of them third world countries, but China is far from that. You know, they've always been technologically advanced. You know, everything we got in the United States is made in China. A lot of technology is straight out of China and Japan. You know, Moab and Ammon. You know, they just specialize when it comes to like the tech stuff. You know, as far as the countries go that come out with all sorts of very innovative inventions, and you know, a lot of different devices and stuff come from there. You know, a lot of the electronics, a lot of when it comes to inventing things to make life, you know, more easier. A lot of inventions come out of that nation. And, you know, they focus on education very, very heavy in China. So it just made sense that they would be the first place to really come out with it and push it heavily. So we're going to see, you know, millions of people going to get this stuff, because they're going to advertise the hell out of this tech. They already got in China, is already basically the ground zero when it comes to robotics and Terminator style stuff. Like they got, I don't know why I'm having a brain dump right now, but there's a name for it. Like different cyborg type equipment, like military equipment, you know, that you can use to enhance your running, your strength. You can pick up stuff. It's like it's an exoskeleton. That's the name for it, man. Okay, they've done a lot of technological innovations when it comes to exoskeletons. You know, drone capabilities, you name it. They've been heavy on that. Okay, so what you're going to see next that's going to be coming out is you're just going to see social media pushing this stuff and doing all the groundwork for advertisement behind this, because you're going to have so many millions of Chinese people. They're going to straight up go get this device in their head, and they're going to have so many different variations of it. You know, first they might come out a little bit bigger, the size of a quarter, maybe a little bit bigger, and then they're going to come out smaller and smaller and smaller, just like they do with iPhones. Okay, a lot of iPhones they come out with, in the beginning, they were all bulky. Then they got smaller and smaller and more advanced each generation that comes out. So they're gonna release the basic form of the generation of this brain C-hip. All right, then you're gonna see it get more technology advanced, more comfortable to wear, easier. The surgery for it's gonna be less and less and less invasive. To where it's gonna get to the point where it's gonna be a quick, a couple second procedure to get this shit put in your brain, versus something that would take maybe an hour to put in, however long it takes. Because you got a dude that they advertise, Elon Musk advertise, that he's wheelchair bound, but he can control everything computer with his thoughts and his brain chip that he has. Okay, so you're gonna have so many people that's gonna be pushing this because of the things that they're going to be able to do. It's going to be insane. I'm talking telepathic communication. That sounds sci-fi, but it's really not. It really doesn't sound sci-fi when you pay attention to how technology works. When you use your phone, you're able to communicate with another phone from a great distance instantly. Okay? And that phone is controlled with your fingers, right? With your fingers, and you have to type certain things to search it. And you control the cursor, right? And you move it around. Well, now with AI, you see how much is going towards voice control, to where it's less need to use your hands. All right, so now you can use your voice to tell your phone to search certain things, or pull something up, or order something. Okay, so now you're gonna have a point to where if you have a device that directly connects to the electrical signals in your brain, which your brain is 100% full of electricity. Okay, your whole body conducts electricity, and it can be studied. It can be translated into computer codes. So once they plug up certain wires, and this tech is using those wires as advanced AI to help decode those brain waves even further, you now have the capability, once you have an actual computer plugged up to it, which is that chip, you're able to communicate with other chips remotely via Bluetooth, via 5G, 4G, and now what they got coming out is 6G. You understand that? So, yes, they've already advertised this. They spoke on this on TED Talks over 9 years ago. And I remember doing that lesson and showing that video footage over and over and over again, where the guy talked about how you will be able to do mind-to-mind communication, telepathic communication via the chip technology. So people will be able to search the internet with their thoughts. They'll be able to download information to their brain memory with this instantly, man. You will be able to download, muscle memories from other people. So imagine somebody that's been training in jiu-jitsu for 40 plus years, the highest level degree of belt you can achieve in jiu-jitsu. And imagine that information, that person gets his chip and decides to make some money and wants to sell that training for a very high price. He can sell it, and that information can be downloaded directly into somebody's mind, to where instead of them having to go 30 to 40 years of training for that, they get it instantly. Isn't that nuts? That's where this thing is headed, man. And they're basically showing you that they're already working on a framework for things like that. So people being able to do shit like that, you will not have to beg them to get this technology. They will be begging for it. They will be fighting over to get this tech at first, man. Now, it's dangerous. The scriptures talk about this technology, and it's referenced as the mark of the beast. And it says that those that are going to get it, they're going to have a grievous sore, meaning it's going to cause cancer. Everyone that gets it, whatever's in their head, they're going to develop brain cancer eventually. their hand, that location, is going to develop to a sore, cancer sore, and it's going to spread. And you can't just cut it and take it out. They're going to deceive everybody to say that it's removable, but after such amount of time, the capsule that it's in, that holds all that tech, is just going to dissolve, and it's going to be a part of your flesh, and you're going to have to cause a lot of damage to try to take it out, and it's going to have to be required surgery. You know, so if you get this, you are finished. Don't take it, man. Revelation 13:16 says, He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or their forehead. And they shall not be able to buy or sell, save he that had the mark, the name of the beast, or the number of his name, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, that's the precept for this future technology. Cause it all. So whether you're rich or poor, you know, they're going to motivate everybody, no matter what walk of life you are, to go and get this. The paraplegic right now is the forerunners of advertising this, making people that are paralyzed be able to walk again, or people that are blind to be able to see again. Okay, you know, or any type of neurological disorders. A lot of this tech is going to be the answer to that. And they showed you in that movie Upgrade. They've been putting it in your face for decades now of what they wanted to do. And we've been warning y'all about this technology for decades as well. As soon as they started talking about it, the Lord put in the spirit of the prophets to warn the people to not go take it. The inventor, the creator, I believe his name is Carl Sanders, is one of the co-creators of this tech. He straight up literally said that he accidentally created and fulfilled the prophecy of the mark of the beast. He said that this technology is it. So what more do you need? Okay? What more do you need, man? As far as evidence goes, that this is true, that's written in the Bible. This is written over 2,000 years ago. And when it comes to technology, everything that China does, it lands right over here in the United States. What you think Trump met with these guys for, man? He had his entire cabinet go meet with these dudes. Like, what was it, a week ago? And it ain't no coincidence, all of a sudden this came out. You know? So you're not going to see the United States really butting heads with China too much, because China's got the U.S. in their pocket, man. And Trump is ass kissing his way up to get all that money. You know, they're going to see how this thing runs. If you think I'm bullshitting, remember what happened with the C-19. Where did it start? Where did the lockdowns and all that start? It started in China. And then where did it land right after that? The United States. So best believe this is about to be coming out, man. And it's already over here. They're already subliminally advertising, because you have that guy making AI videos that he's got the device in his head. And you got a lot of people posting these memes on Instagram. They're doing it just out of fun. You know, of doing an AI photo that they got the Neuralink for attention and likes. But really, that's the CIA and people set up to create these posts, because they're testing the water. They're gauging the people's acceptance on this. They're reading the comments and they're seeing, you know, all right, okay, are these people going to be calling it the mark? Are they going to be bucking up against it? Or are they going to be with it? So you're going to see a lot of stuff flooded as far as the capabilities of people just doing shit. People flying a whole plane remotely with their thoughts, drones, ordering food on DoorDash and having it delivered without touching their phones, without pulling out their debit cards, going and making purchases, you know, searching everything, learning a language instantly. You see how people are going crazy over this ChatGPT? Well, ChatGPT is going to go right in hand. They're going to have it embedded into their brain, man. And you think, and you know how vast that AI is when it comes to using the chat. So we in this time, man, things is really about to turn up and go nuts. Go nuts, man. You know, we're already seeing this being advertised on a very small scale on social media. That video is going viral about that guy that got it in his head. And I don't know if he really got it or not, because he's got so many AI videos, but you can see the energy that's being picked up right now. Now it's on a commercial level. All it's going to take now to blow this thing fully out of the water. Man, these people are driving crazy, bro. They're bugging out. Salakia, I'm on the road in transit, watching this car, man, very aggressively driving. I mean, people be on drugs and shit. But Salakia, man, not to get off point, but hey, man, yeah, like, all it's gonna take is one celebrity, big time celebrity, to use somebody like Drake. You know, what's another big time celebrity people look up to? They're still in love with the damn Kardashians. Hey, Kim subliminally spoke on it, said she's having some brain issues, you know, so she wants to go get something to help with that, with her with getting that law degree she's trying to go for, to become a lawyer like her dad. You know, so people like that, the biggest, most popular celebrities that's at the top, that's really juiced in, you know, the ones that are basically achieving billionaire status, they're going to use them to push this heavy. You watch and see, man. Because they, you know, all these celebrities that they're picking and choosing to go famous, that's inspiring the whole YN movement that they're going on right now. Their whole agenda is about, you know, degeneracy and just pushing foolishness, man, and being against the established order and just doing crazy ass off the wall shit. Like you had that one rapper, I think his name is Lil Uzi Vert, or it might be another dude. He got a whole fucking diamond embedded into his forehead. Like, who does that? But that's what's popular though. That's what they push of what's being sold to the public. So this thing is about to go nuts, man, nuts. You're gonna see this in a city near you, man. You're gonna start, your feed on Instagram is gonna start being flooded with this stuff. And you know what time we in. It starts with advertising. It starts with people volunteering. It starts with people really wanting to get it. Okay, but then they're gonna start establishing security measures why it's necessary. There's gonna be a lot of cyber, quote unquote, cyber attacks that are set up. It's going to be a false flag cyber attacks where people's banks are going to be hacked. You know, it's going to be a very common problem. Even on a personal level, you'll see it. You'll go somewhere and all of a sudden your card information got stolen, you know, randomly. And it's set up. The government's behind it, you know. The government's going to be behind it. But they're going to, you know, we're going to have a lot of people going to be experiencing a lot of identity theft. And they're going to see, we're going to have the answer to this. For more secure financial transactions, go get this device. It's going to be the one that goes in your hand. Okay? That's what that scripture talks about, that you're not going to be able to buy or sell unless you have it. So that's how we know that prophecy was talking about this tech. Because this is the only tech out there that's going to control your ability to be able to buy or sell. They're going to do away with the debit cards. That little chip on your card, that was conditional programming. Over many years, that chip on the card has been out. I can't remember when it first really came out. I think it's been about, how many years has it been? Y'all help me out if you know. When was the first year that they started really pushing the chips on the debit cards? I think that, has it been like 7 years? I don't know how many years it's been, but, you know, it hasn't been like 10 years, but unless time's really been going that fast. But it's been quite some time. You know, so that's getting you used to tap to pay. And then you started seeing what they were doing at Whole Foods. Whole Foods is basically owned by Amazon. And what did you notice at the registers there? They got that whole palm reading thing. You can pay with your palm. And that's been out for a long time. Now you got stores opened up called Amazon Go. Okay? Where you don't pull your card out at all. Or your phone. You just walk in. Before you go to the store, you basically have Amazon on your phone. Okay? And you have your card information saved on your phone. And so when you get to the store, it picks up the signal from your phone, goes through it, finds the app to verify that you're allowed to go into there, and then you have your card already on it. So when you pick up items off the shelf, and as soon as you walk past the register, where you would normally pull a card out to pay, it automatically charges your Amazon account. And it has all these cameras with AI motion technology to know exactly what product you picked up to purchase. It adds it to your cart, and then it clicks checkout and charges your account. So you won't even be allowed. The doors will stay locked, and it won't even open allow you in there. There's going to be security there, and it'll probably be a fucking an AI robot as a security for you to get into the store. It won't even be a person. So you don't have no opportunity to argue whether or not you're allowed to be in there. That bot will just fucking unalive you right there on spot. You know, some of them are going to be like that. And guess what other stores is now adopting that? Dollar General. Dollar General opened up a store completely autonomous like that Amazon Go, and they got it in the mountains somewhere, one of these mountains somewhere. I seen it, man. I think I did a lesson on it and upload the footage on that. So Dollar General's going on. You know how popular those stores are everywhere. So guess what else is going to go to it? Walmart, okay, CVS, Walgreens, all these companies, they all going to go to that system. This is the time we live in, and this is all about to happen in your lifetime. And then you're going to know that a prophet was among you, because, hey, us brothers at Great Millstone and those that teach the same doctrine has been warning you first all these years. We got a lot of backlash behind it because you got the false camp set up. They were looking to make money off of stuff, so they understood this prophecy was coming, but they needed to make an excuse to go and take it because they don't have the faith to deny it. They know you're going to be forced to do this. So a lot of people want to be justified in saying, you know, because they're too scared to say no, they're coming up with ways to work around to say, oh, this isn't talking about the mark of the beast. Just so you could be comfortable in taking it and be comfortable in your heart that you didn't commit a sin and you didn't actually do it. But no, just because you lied to yourself does not make that the truth. Don't take this technology, man. Don't get it. Don't put it in your fucking body. Don't take your children to get it. Don't tell nobody to get it. Avoid it, man. The one in the hand and the head. Don't put this shit nowhere in your body. Don't put it in your ass cheek and think that you're good. No, man. This is very real, and we're living in this time of this prophecy being fulfilled and coming to pass. Okay? The scriptures talk about how he deceived them with those miracles. That's also Revelation 13 and 14. He deceived them with those miracles. So they're going to be doing things that's going to be perceived as a miracle with this technology. Like that telepathic communication I was talking about. That could be perceived as a miracle. Somebody paralyzed being able to walk again behind this shit, that could be perceived as a miracle. It's a deception because it's not a real miracle. It's a man-made hijacking technology to make you the perfect slave, deceive you to put it in your brain so they can do the ultimate slave mind control. Okay? People are going to be, the porn industry is really going to take off with this. All these millions of people that sit there watching porn regularly, you know, and now they can actually immerse it and feel that woman that these porn stars are fucking in these videos and actually feel that same experience if they pay a price. Oh, they're going to be begging for this. Are you kidding me? Transferring memories, man, for sale. Then you're going to have the thieves that's going to be hijacking people's shit to get the experience of having sex with another man's wife that they're lusting after. Because that person has a chip. She has a chip. That person has a chip. Everybody's going to be, you know, it's going to be crazy, man. And you're going to be a lot of walking billions of people just walking zombies, man. And at the click of a button, Esau will instantly have a million-man army. Because once it's in your brain, that's it. Your brain can be controlled with this device. So instantly, you don't have to do no damn draft. They click a button and tell these people where to go. They're going to go. And they're going to be like straight up zombies. And they're going to create hitmen out of millions of people to go after the ones that refuse to take it. This is about to get real wild out here, man. This is why spiritual power is on the way. Miracles, the real miracles are about to be activated. Esau coming with the fake miracles. But y'all about to see real miracles, man. Performed by the brothers that's been preaching all these years. Because that's going to be increasing the last round of people that believe. To lock them in to be able to ride this thing out until the end. The true believers are all about to be locked in. So the Lord is removing people out of your life for a reason. You know, brothers is going through a lot of pain, losing their marriages, their women leaving them. You know, hey, cry the tears out, man, and suck it up, because it happens for a reason. Because you about to be having a real betraying spirit. A real deadly spirit is about to be put on millions of people at one time. This devil wants to mind control millions. And he's going to do it. You know, so, hey, I just want to put this warning out there, man. Just a quick in-transit hit. Lord's will, it was edifying. But I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone, Tasha's truth and will well. And citations, you hopefully push this truth and honest sincerity. Shalom.